Declaration, proclamation for the nation. We are kings and queens. We are kings and queens. With all the hate we facing, dreams we chasing, no replacing. We need to be free. To adjust our crown. Hey, oh, to adjust our crown. Hey, 'cause they falling on the ground. 'Cause they falling.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Opinion Room. I'm Paige.
And I'm Nicole. Okay, so our male counterpart this week, LJ, is not going to be in. Unfortunately, he's out of town. So the ladies are going to be holding it down. But we got this, y'all. Don't worry. We got something special in store for you tonight.
Absolutely. So before we get started, Nicole, how you feeling tonight?
Girl, I'm so happy it's Friday. TGIF.
Gosh,
You see, I didn't let my hair down, took my weave out, girl.
I know. We doing the whole natural thing, me and you.
I'm trying.
It's all good. I'm feeling good, too. You know, it's Friday. It's the weekend. Thanksgiving's coming up. The holidays. People going on vacation. I'm not on vacation, but...
I'm not on vacation.
But, hey, it means less traffic, so that's all good.
Less traffic for who? Did you not just come in from L.A.? Or where you came in from?
From Sherman Oaks. Yeah, it was bumper to bumper. Girl, but everybody is starting on vacation already, so next week we should be good.
I was ghost riding the whip out there. I don't know about you. Shoot, you crazy, girl.
God.
Well, let's jump right into this. So this week, we're going to be talking about women empowerment. In case you're wondering about the shirts, Together We Rise.
Absolutely.
Ooh, ooh. So we are going to be talking about all of the ways that we can empower one another, bring each other up, and adjust our crowns.
Absolutely. Our intentions are not to male bash or to offend anyone, but to acknowledge, uplift, and pour greatness into our women. After all, we are some phenomenal human beings, and we need to recognize that, as we are not celebrated enough.
You better know it. So we're going to bring to you some phenomenal women that you probably haven't heard about in your history books. Why? Because they're not in there, and you're not going to hear about them.
Wow.
So let's introduce them now. The first phenomenal woman is Eliza Luca Pickney. So in 1739, she successfully learned how to grow, cultivate, and export indigo. Now, in layman's terms, what does that mean? She got us to get our beautiful Fashion Nova jeans. In those jeans, the ones that, you know, Jean, you want to be talking about.
Oh, yes. You know we love our jeans, ladies.
You know.
Next, we have Mary Catherine Goddard. She was U.S. government's first female employee who published the first copy of the Declaration of Independence. Now, we all know our four founding fathers wrote the Declaration of Independence, but it's because of her she got the word out there. Now, you all know... You know what they say, behind a good man is a great woman.
You better preach now
you
today
know
on this Good
Absolutely.
Friday. So the Declaration of Independence was put out there by a woman?
By a woman, honey.
Really?
Yes, I know. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't know that either at first.
You know, you put me up on knowledge today.
Absolutely.
I'm glad I came today.
That's what it's about.
So the next phenomenal woman is Annie Easley. And she was one of our 4 female Black employees who wrote the code for rockets and paved the way for the development of modern hybrid cars. And thanks to her, you have gas-efficient hybrid Hondas. And you know that that's coming in handy nowadays because gas is higher than giraffe pussy, girl.
Oh, I know. Oh, that gas is so expensive.
$5 a gallon? That's crazy.
That is crazy. You know, it's so good to hear and nice to hear that these ladies, and that's only a few, they help pave the way for us in society. They let us know that we, too, can do some amazing things. And that's something that's so amazing.
And it's just not really celebrated and talked about enough, though. And I'm so glad that we were able to just shed light on these ladies here today. Thank you for bringing your info, and I brought mine.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
But anyways, can you believe that we women, we make up 51% of the labor force today? And that's according to dole.gov.
Really?
Absolutely. We make up more of that percentage compared to World War II back then. And we're not even obligated to work today.
Well, in World War II, in my opinion, from what I've heard in studies, and this is just my opinion, I heard that women had to go to work because the men sometimes weren't coming home. They were injured. sometimes when they came home, they weren't able to work anymore. So the women had to step out of their comfort zone from cooking, cleaning, child rearing, and go out there and just make the bread happen. So really it was just a dynamic shift, a shift that was phenomenal for the workforce, and it just paved the way for women to be able to step out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I know that's right. But speaking of comfort zone, I know, we ladies are booming in administrative and being a secretary and all that. But not only are we booming in the offices, but we're also booming in the entertainment, in the media.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of entertainment and TV shows, I don't know if you're a Game of Thrones fan, but you don't know what you're missing out. But a top role was Queen Khaleesi, the mother of dragons. I mean, she played a major role in there. She was a boss, in my opinion, on the Game of Thrones. I mean, I don't like how it ended. I know that's just my personal opinion. But the whole show, the series was pretty good. And Khaleesi, she was a queen, honey.
Okay. Well, I need to check that out then, Queen Khaleesi.
Absolutely.
Well, I know that Oprah Winfrey is balling out of control. She's doing some amazing things. Beyonce is booming on the charts.
Queen Bee.
So, the ladies, we holding it down out here in the industry, all over the place.
Absolutely.
And we're just not celebrated enough. So, ladies, come on. When you see your fellow sister out there, lift her up. You never know how it might make her day change at all, ever. So, next we're going to talk about the household. Now, I got a question. And I love my questions. So
here we go.
Listen for it. Okay,
all right.
So this week's question is, do you feel like the gender roles in the household between men and women have changed from back in the day to today, and why? As far as cooking, cleaning, traditionally, do you think it's changed?
Wow. You know what? Absolutely. I do. I feel like women are not looked at as just domestic entities in the household anymore. Like you mentioned, men and women are cooking and cleaning. They're sharing the duties out there. Men have more hands-on with the child rearing. They're participating in the PTA meetings, the parent-teacher conferences. They're also on the emergency cars. Now, they're not just calling mama, they're calling daddy. For them to come pick them up when the kid is sick in the nurse's office.
Wait. So if mama busy and at work, which happens a lot, they about to call daddy to come up to the school?
Yep. Daddy gonna have to come down and do something. So I feel like in the household, it's more of a partnership. So it's not just so much pressure solely on one person. Also, too, even sometimes you got the women going out and are the breadwinners and they're stay-at-home dads. And I feel like society is not looking so much down on them as much as they would back then.
Okay. So I could go out to the WIC office and possibly catch a daddy in the WIC office getting the cheese and the eggs. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you. It's possible.
Like them type of role changes.
Somebody's got to do it.
Excuse me, sign me up, honey, because I need one of them men on my team now, today, her, right now.
As long as they get the job done, that's all that matters.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay, so what do you think about cooking and cleaning, though? Like, in relationships, do you think that it's cool for the man to cook sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. Just like I mentioned before, sometimes men are cooking way better than women these days. But I don't think that it's always should be solely on the woman because, again, some women don't know how to cook.
Hello, me? I'm baking bakes, honey. You better know it. I don't know how to cook to save my life, girl. What you mean? I'm telling my secrets, y'all. But I'm serious. I don't know how. So if I find a man who could cook, he's a keeper.
But he could show you too. But also too, you got to think about it. It's back then women were obligated to be in the kitchen, and nowadays, women are not solely pressuring the girls to go in the kitchen because they're at the table studying. We're out there trying to get the bag and trying to learn and get our degrees. So cooking comes later. Like, for example, us, when we were in college, we learned a few things back from our roommates. Yeah, so it doesn't hurt. We just pick it up, trial and error.
Excuse me, honey. Yeah. Well, I definitely need me a man who can cook and clean. I don't know about that dating where, the women pay for everything. Now, what you feel about that? Like, do you think that a woman should pay for the date, though?
I mean, you know what? I think it's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Don't look at me.
I'm sorry.
No,
What?
don't look at me like that. Like, again, like I say, a relationship is a partnership. I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. But yes, I said it. I do think it's okay.
The first date, though.
Well, it does depend because I feel like it depends on who asks.
Okay.
Yeah, who asks? I guess.
Wait, but who asked? So you think a woman's supposed to be asking a man out on the first date, though?
It's a possibility. I mean, we can't rule it out. If the woman sees what she wants, I feel like she should go for it.
Okay, so now let's just take that as a scenario. You see two people in the aisle at the market, and she opening up the door, he opening up the door, the freezer aisle, and you next to the dude, and you just like, oh, hi, how you doing? What you doing Friday night? You want to go out, brother? You looking good,
extra.
Like, it's not right for a woman to be asking a man that. Like, come on, that would make me feel uncomfortable. He would feel uncomfortable. Like, are we supposed to approach it like that?
Okay, so first of all, it ain't got to be all that. So it can happen anywhere. You can be in the school, you could be out, you could be in a group setting. It's just you have a good time. And that at the end of the day, you could be like, you know what? Hey, we had a good time. I enjoy your company. We should do it again. We should do this again. Just like that. You try to be all like Mrs. GQ and try to be all suave.
But you talk about who asked who. I mean, shouldn't it be right that the man asked the woman? Doesn't that demasculate a man, though?
You know what? That's funny that you say that, too, because nowadays there's talks about women proposing to men. I know it sounds crazy, but according to a magazine called The Knots, they did, in 2017, they did a survey amongst 14,000 women, and only about 1% of women said that they proposed to their boyfriends. I know 1%, I know you're looking at me like that sounds like nothing. But just because it's a low percentage, these women are thinking about it. So imagine 20, 30 years ago, this question wouldn't even come up. Like, it would be just something so awkward, but it's being thought about now. Also, another article that I read that just women looking up ideas on how to propose to a man has shot up 336% on Pinterest. So that means women are going on Pinterest looking up, how can I propose to my boyfriend? So it's happening. It's changing.
You know I was coming for it. So hold on. Because I got to always adjust my crown. Wait. So you mean to tell me that there is 1% of women out there going into Zales like, oh, I think he would like that one right there, girl. And she picks out his ring and her ring. She getting down on one knee on her good heel. Because I ain't messing up no heel for nobody. He could put some cuffs and creases in his Jordans, but I'm going to mess up my good heel. And I'm about to get down and I'm about to propose to him.
Now, see, you just taking it a
no,
little too far.
No, but that's what you're telling me. Like, 1% of these women who are bosses are proposing to these men on that one good heel. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I'm like,
no.
There's nothing wrong with it. Hey, to each his own.
So, well, first of all, that's a good point that you brought up about the women going to pick out the rings. I feel like, if a couple talks to each other and they have that open communication, they're okay. If they talked about it too, maybe the woman can buy the man a ring and the man buys the woman a ring. So it represents something. So they know when they have on the ring that they lady bought them, it's like, oh, my girl, my fiance, my wife bought me this ring, vice versa. So another thing is you talking about a woman getting on one knee. We ain't got to do all that. We don't have to do all that. We can be sitting down just like this. It could be something casual. Or we could be standing up in front of a backdrop or a beautiful choir singing in front. I'm telling you, we ain't got to get on one knee. We are already on our knees enough as it is as
girl,
women.
You said it, girl.
Exactly. So
this is a whole new world. I ain't ready.
It's happening. And then lastly, just to let you know, there was another survey conducted amongst 500 men in the magazine, and 70% of men were okay of their woman proposing to them.
Were those the stay-at-home days? Look, I'm not trying to be funny. I want to know if that's the same statistics. That might be the ones going to win.
No, don't be like that.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around what's going on out here.
Let them live.
I'm letting everybody. I'm proud. Hey, them same women was probably running back and forth in front of the football games playing put a ring on it in their 90s. We don't know. He probably wasn't going to never put a ring on it, so she had to. I'm proud of these women, but still, I don't think I'm ready for all that. getting down on my good heel proposing to no man. Hey, all right now.
Well, it's happening, so be ready.
Well, let's see what else is going on out here. So, ladies, you know that we need to start encouraging one another.
Absolutely.
And making sure that we're comfortable in our own skin. A lot of times we're out here putting stuff on. That's not right. I'm going to say it. We out here ordering stuff on Fashion Nova, and it's not coming from Amazon the way that it came out in the Amazon ad. So please dress according to your body shape and your body size. It ain't right. Everything that say that it's your size all the time is not your size. Yes, be comfortable in your own skin, honey, but sometimes showing all the skin ain't all right. Can you agree with that, or what you feel?
Absolutely, I do agree. We do need to take the time out to start encouraging one another, uplifting one another. Okay. If you're out on the street, just if you see a woman out there, just tell her, hey, you look beautiful today. I love your skirt. I love your shirt, what you're wearing. Your makeup is pretty. Your hair is pretty. Who did that? You know, it goes a long way. You don't know what that could do to that woman. You know, it'll just change her whole mindset. She could be having a day, and once you sit there and talk to her and tell her something like that, she has no choice but to fix her face after she walks away or to change her whole mindset. You know, you just never know. Or a simple smile goes a long way. Okay. So, ladies, so we just talked about encouraging one another. So I have a challenge for you.
Ooh, you know, let me some challenges.
Absolutely. Yes. So you know we have WCW, Women Crush Wednesday.
Okay.
So what we should try to do is called WCWW, Women Compliment Women Wednesday. So what that means is from here on out, at least, I mean, we should be complimenting each other every day, but we got to start somewhere. So that means from starting to that Wednesday and throughout the rest of the year, which is only like 6 weeks, the year went so fast. Exactly. Take the time out and go on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and just randomly text somebody and say, hey, you look so cute today in your picture. Look at your hair. Look at your makeup. Moms, when you're dropping your kids off, take the time out and talk to another mother and say, hey, you are doing a great job with Johnny. I see him, you know, you're doing a great job. I feel like also too, moms, I'm not a mom yet, but I feel like we need to encourage our mothers more, because I know you guys feel like the world is crumbling all the time. Like you're not doing well, honey, you're doing the best you can. And just by telling somebody, telling a mother that, you know, that can really put a smile on her face and really let her know, like, hey, you know, I am doing okay. I can do this. I got this. Right. So again, hashtag WCWW, Women Compliment Women Wednesday. I know it's a tongue twister, but don't let that stop you. Get out there and do it.
I like that. I'm with that.
Absolutely.
Because I compliment women all the time. I be seeing girls with bomb weaves. I be like, who did it? Who installed it? I need the number. I need that hair. All the time. Where'd you get those shoes? That outfit? It just takes a second. You don't have to be looking like you want the chick. You just give a quick compliment.
Simple compliment. That's
and it
all
goes
you gotta do.
A long way. And sometimes your men won't compliment you. Sometimes you be out here in competition with other women looking for a compliment, fishing from your man. Now, do you remember this episode of Martin now? You know I always got to do my throwbacks. Okay,
I
so
know
the one...
you love Martin.
Man, that's my show. So the episode when he was working for Mr. and Mrs. Bozak, right? And the wife was played by Kenya Moore. And she dressed kind of risque. You know, she would have her titties all up and over her chin and to the top. And she had a tight leather dress on. And that's how a chick got down, though. That was her stilo.
Yeah, that's
so she just carried herself with an air like, you know, I'm the bomb, I'm all that. And all the guys, the brothers, everywhere they went was looking at her, ogling everything. Even Martin was like, damn, at his boss wife, like, shit, okay. But it made Gina feel a little, you know, insecure about her own body image. You know, she was trying to feel like, okay, this little good girl image is not enough for him. So let me go out and just wear the tightest dress, the cutest, skimpiest outfit. And remember they went to dinner and she put it on and he had a fit. He was like, wow, cover up. And she was like, well, what's wrong? You like the way this Bozak had the outfit on? Do you feel like women should, you know, look for compliments from their men? Like, do you feel like they should try to dress like kind of sexy around their man? What do you feel like that should be like?
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, you should look good, for your man. Of course, first of all, for yourself. But then also, too, yeah, you do want to look good for your man. But I know you mentioned because the other woman had it on, so she felt like she had to put it on. But that man is with her for a reason. He already Gina already has something that he loves. So he's not going out there looking for that woman. I mean, they like to look at it, but that they just being a man, but they love what they have at home. And nothing's wrong with that. And that comes with us women being confident within ourselves and being comfortable in our own skin. And also, too, going back, that helps when we women encourage each other.
And compliment each other.
Absolutely.
Because remember, he was like, I don't like it when you're showing all the ass and looking all trashy. I love that episode, girl. But I mean, that's true, though. Sometimes you do have to keep up with these IG models, though, to keep your man, girl. I don't know.
I mean,
because they come in a dime a dozen out here,
That's true.
I mean, it's nice to just kind of put something on to get your man to notice you sometimes,
But he already notices you because he got you.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. You probably want to do it for yourself to spice it up for yourself. You
got it, girl. You got it. Okay, so female criticism. We gotta stop hating on one another, please. That goes back to the compliments. Do not get around your homegirls at the club and be like, ugh, look at what she got on. Look at what she had last week on. She got the same outfit this week at the club, at the Savoy. Please stop the female criticism, girls. Please. If you just let it walk by, let it walk by. I don't care if it's looking like 20 different prints. You see some zebra with some leopard with an animal that you don't even think should belong on a human. Let it walk by. Come on, just let it go through the dang wilderness and let it just pass along. Maybe she was proud of that outfit. We don't know. Please, ladies, compliment each other at all costs.
Absolutely.
That was my public service
It goes a long way.
I had to get that off my chest, girl.
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
Not for real. And then we can go into assertiveness. How women have to be assertive about what they got on when they have that outfit on.
Absolutely. I know assertive, what does assertive mean? Assertive means to openly express yourself without, it's okay to express yourself without being violent or offensive. So that means, I'm not saying to get out there and be a wholehearted bitch and be stank to everybody. I'm just saying, it's okay to express yourself. You want to make sure that you are heard and also express your ideas. There might come a point where you're at work and you want to go out and get that raise, make sure you go out there and speak just let them know what you do, what you produce, what you can do, in a decent manner, not just going up in there like, you need to pay me more money because I'm here Monday through Friday and I work on Saturday and Sundays too. And I work from home. No, you don't want to go about that. So being assertive and being able to make sure that you are heard is important for us women because we have to protect our own brand because if we don't, nobody else will. And also, too, speaking of assertiveness, ladies, oh my gosh, I know we can all relate. I feel like we should take the time out to educate ourselves on the basic knowledge of mechanics. Okay. So, if you go into a car shop or a car dealer, make sure you do your research and know what part you need, how much it costs, because, they are good for taking advantage of us. We walk in there by ourselves because dad is not available, uncle's not available, your husband or boyfriend's not available, and they be like, oh, okay. Wow, let's gouge the prices up. She's not going to know what she's talking about. But if you do your research and get in there and let them know, I want this done, this is how much it should cost, and this is how much, how long it should take, we'll knock them off the feet. So I strongly encourage us to just do research on car mechanics.
I agree, because we walk in there and it almost seems like they feel like we got sucker written on our faces.
Exactly.
Like they all huddle around. They all seem like they whispering low key. And then they walk over to you and it's not the price that's on the coupon. And I'm always with my coupon. I'm like, here, here's my coupon. This is how much it says.
And then they don't want to take the coupon.
Not only that, they hook your car up to the diagnostic thing, and then they got everything wrong with it, like they unplugged your stuff.
Exactly.
Like, what you mean that this is wrong and that's wrong? I came in for an oil change. Don't start with me. You know that that's real. And so, ladies, please know what's wrong with your car. Kind of get some references before you go out there and go into these different car dealerships and going by yourself to buy a car, and they give you a higher interest rate for the car. Do your own research. You don't know how far that can go for you in your favor. Always know your homework before you go anywhere at any time. And it will really behoove you, okay, ladies? Don't just wait on your man and call him up on the phone. He might be busy getting that money.
Absolutely.
Let him get that bag. He will feel better when he come on like, my baby took care of her business on her own and didn't bother me today. So always, ladies, do your own research, and it'll make you look better and make you feel better, okay? All right.
Absolutely.
So what we got next? How to put things together for your outfits. So, okay, how are we putting things together on our outfits? As far as just knowing how to go for business attire, ladies, when you're going for the business attire, do not go to your interviews with jeans and a crop top. Know how to go somewhere and go assertively with a nice cover up. Let's go with a blazer. Let's go with some nice blazer pants, some nice loafers. Anything like that will keep you in style for a nice interview. Know how to dress accordingly for where you're going. I know you can come to church however you need to go to church. I'm not judging nobody, but do not go to church looking like Mrs. Bozak. Please. The Lord don't need you going to church looking like Mrs. Bozak. The choir don't need you going to church looking like Mrs. Bozak, okay? Please, ladies, know how to go accordingly to wherever it is you're going. And that's my public service.
I feel what you're saying, but how do you say that to the young ladies who don't understand that? They feel like, times have changed. Like, we don't have to wear blazers or stockings or like that's out of style. So what do you think you can do to help these young ladies or mentor these young ladies into or changing their mindset into thinking like, you gotta look the part?
Right.
Well,
we having a public service announcement today. Like, all it takes is just one sister to another to just step up and tell a young lady, okay, maybe you should change this up when you go here. Maybe you should be a little more professional in the way you speak here. You know how to turn it on and off always. We had that little voice where even somebody calls, oh, hello, how are you? What?
The code change.
The code change. You know that. That has to be the same with our outfits. We have to know how to go accordingly everywhere. And I know it might look cute to wear something tighter and more risque when you go in places, but that's not necessarily how you need to go that place. So if you want that particular position, you have to know how to present yourself in a way that you are dignified, young ladies. And that will get you all the respect. Trust me, please. In an era of, even Me Too, I'm not going to touch upon that because that's very touchy. But just in this era of that particular topic, we have to know how to dress accordingly where we are. And I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. And speaking of mentoring young girls, what do you think? Today, now, young women, young teenage girls, they have this whole mindset of, they don't want to get out and work or get their own bag. Like, they feel like they're looking for a sugar daddy or looking for a rich man. Like, I don't want to work. I just want somebody to take care of me. Like, that's what it seems like I see out there, to these younger women. Or they see like just being a stripper is the way to go. Like, that's how you get up in life. Well,
in my opinion, that's kind of what social media is showing us. Like, it's okay for you to have a sugar daddy paying for your rent, a sugar daddy, paying for your car note, where you don't have to go get your bag. I'm at the gym all day. I'm at Equinox working on my body. This is how I'm getting my living. It's a whole movement, it seems like right now. And it's just like we're being bred up to just think that, okay, this is okay. Where, I can't just say this is new all of a sudden. Back in the day, throughout history, it's been known that in some countries that had low socioeconomic status, the families sometimes depended on that young lady to have a rich man come along, give the family a lot of money, and take basically their woes away and have this young lady for himself. And it was horrible, but that's a mindset that has gone throughout history, that if you have a rich man, all of your problems is going to go away. And trust me, I'm still looking for that rich man for all my problems to go away. Okay, where you at? So I'm just saying, like, that's what society has us thinking. You know, to get someone else's bag, and that's gonna help you get your bag, and it helps. Oh, trust me, it's some building going on upon foundations that were in the negative. But we can't just think like that. We have to really try to, ladies, get our own bag and work on whatever you can do. Keisha, if you know how to do hair out there, do that hair, Keisha. You know, Kiana, if you know how to cook, fry that fish in the kitchen. Whatever you know how to do, please build upon your craft and do it. Don't always wait for someone else to get you the bag.
Absolutely, because Keisha, Kiana, Kiki, y'all ain't always going to have that snapback. Your bodies ain't always going to be tight and right. So you got to have a backup plan. You got to make sure you out there looking out for yourself, study, get your own job. You know, you could be a nurse, a doctor, a surgeon, an electrician, anything. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Whatever the mind can conceive and achieve.
Amen, girl. And so also we need to talk about our inner bodies.
Absolutely, ladies. So I know we always think about, we want to make sure we looking good, smelling good, looking good on the outside. We have to make sure that we look good or feel good or okay on the inside. So what I mean by that is make sure you're taking care of your yoni. Yoni, also known as your cootie cat.
Your puss, your vagina.
Whatever you want to call it.
Whatever your friend, your little girl, homegirl is down there that gets the job done. Your
Absolutely.
homegirl.
You want to make sure she's okay down there. Make sure that you are going out to get your annual pap smears. Those are so important, ladies. And also, too, don't be afraid. If you feel like something's not right, make sure you go to the doctor. According to the CDC, the age range, well, actually, let me let you know what a pap smear is, just in case you guys are not familiar. It's a procedure to test for cervical cancer in women. So, and the doctor recommends pap testing every 3 years for ages 21 to 65. And also women 30 years and higher, a pap test should be done every 5 years. So now with that said, ladies, don't sit there and wait. Oh, something's wrong, but I got to wait till my 3 years is up. No, get yourself to the doctor. Let them know what's going on. You have to be an advocate for yourself because nowadays, you know, sometimes I don't want to down talk the doctors or anything, but you have to make sure you are upfront and tell your doctor what's going on with you, you know, because sometimes they have a point of treating you just like a number. No, you waited outside in that waiting room for 20, 25 minutes for them to call your name in urgent care. You get in there and you express yourself and let them know like, hey, you can tell them I've been waiting up in there out here all this time. You going to listen to me and that they going to have to roll their little chair, sit down, and they going to listen to you. And you make sure you let them know, hey, this is what's going on. I'm not waiting no 3 years, 5 years. I'm talking to you now. So help me. So another thing too, also ladies, which is very, very prevalent today is cancer, breast cancer. Make sure you're getting your breast cancer screenings. Mammograms, they start doing that at the age of 40 years old. But as we know, ladies are getting breast cancer even earlier, which is really, really scary. So make sure you're doing your own self-exams at home. And according to CDC, self-breast exams should be done 3 to 5 days after your period. So you want to make sure that you do it 3 to 5 times after your period, the same time every month. And it's so important, ladies, that we are doing this on a regular basis so that we can catch something that's not usually there or doesn't feel right. And as soon as if you do see something that's not normal, go to the doctor. Don't wait, because the longer you wait, the worse it can get. And early detection is key, because the earlier you go, the earlier it can go away, detected. Exactly.
Of course.
So, I mean, I want to give a shout out to all the hundreds, it's probably thousands now, of our breast cancer survivors. Shout out to my Auntie Kim, our good friend Amber Rice. You know, shout out to them and all the ladies out there who are fighting. Keep fighting, ladies.
Yes, and before I give my opinion, I just wanted to go back and rewind a little bit because I wanted to not offend anybody because, we're always here not to offend anyone on our opinions in any way, shape, or form. So I wanted to go back and just briefly just speak about when I mentioned the Me Too, it wasn't to offend anyone to say, but how you dress should never determine if anyone touches you. Just know that. Please just kind of be aware of your surroundings, only because what's going on right now, I've heard recently in the news, is just that there's a new epidemic going on right now with women getting snatched, and I'm just so worried about it. We're going to touch on that at the end of the show, but I'm just touching upon that for, to come back to knowing that because someone has touched you doesn't make it okay. All right. For what you have on. I just wanted to make that clear for anybody.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, so for my opinion on the pap smear, because it's coming. Okay, so here we go. I got to put the glasses on for this one because I got to look studious and it's going to sound ignorant. Okay, so on the pap smear. Ladies, if you know good and well that your man Tyrone is smelling wrong when he comes home and smelling fishy, go get a pap smear. It ain't right. And it ain't always Tyrone's fault. It might be your fault. We have an inner body organ and his is outer. So he can always go wash it up and he's good. But we know we are within, so we have to always just wash it out. The bacteria, sometimes our thongs are too tight. Sometimes we need some summer eve going on in there. We need to douche it and clean it a little better. Some of a little vinegar douche for you young ladies, because grandmas aren't talking to you anymore. Grandmas aren't telling y'all to get the douche bag anymore. Go to CVS, get you a nice douche bag, and go ahead and get everything cleaned in your yoni. Now they have yoni parties now where you can go ahead and just sit on a heated instrument. Go ahead and it's heat coming in your box and it lets all the toxins out of your body. So that when you go and
Yoni
see Tyrone,
steaming.
yoni steaming. Your yoni will be nice and moist and wet. You don't need no little extra jelly. You don't need no Vaseline. It's naturally moist like it's supposed to be and how God intended it for the easy ride that you need, darling. So always make sure you're feeling good and it's right. Because if you itching down there, it ain't right. If your thong is too tight and you smell a little odor throughout the day, it ain't right. Because somebody else can smell you. I know it's a lot of people at work that are smelling each other and ain't saying nothing about it. They're not going to tell you. They're around the water hole talking about your ass. Girl, if you smell a whiff of it, it's you. If you smell it going around, it's you. Clean it, please. Have some wet wipes in your purse. It's nothing to have. At CVS, they got some little Summer Eve's wet wipes. They $3.99. If I can buy them, you can buy them. I'm telling you, this is a public service announcement just to help these young girls out because they might not know. It's a lot of young ladies who are out here who are just getting by and it's just not right. We're here for the betterment of women and women empowerment this week. We're just letting y'all know because maybe y'all just need a little bit of help and no one's telling you. So always make sure it's fresh down there. Okay, now I'm moving over to the breast cancer, the checkups. Ladies, it is okay. Do not be afraid. I know it is very scary to just have someone check upon you, especially when you're getting a little older, up in age. I know it's terrifying, but I'm telling you, early detection is best. Please, please. Absolutely. It's always best to catch something before it gets worse. I know it's terrifying, but start feeling for lumps at home in the shower, just going and touching yourself. It only takes a few minutes. Ladies, it will make a world of difference. Just to know that your health is in order, especially if you had people in your family who have had breast cancer. That makes you at a higher risk of having it one day. So it takes no time at all. And if you have it, ladies, it is not your death sentence. You will be okay. We know 2 survivors like Paige just talked about. Please, ladies, I urge you, go get checked as soon as possible. There are free clinics all over the place that are willing to take you. Sometimes they in there mad because nobody's in there during the day. Take a day off, honey. You know I be needing my days off.
Exactly.
Girl, please.
Absolutely, ladies. That's important. I know also too, you probably ignore going to get your pap smears because you feel like I don't have time. I can't take off work. No, take the time.
Please take off. Please. It is so important because you never know. That one visit might let you know that you might have cervical cancer. Yeah. It might detect some early detection for an STD. An STD is not your death sentence. Ladies, keep it to yourself. You don't want to let everybody know you got it. But just know that, it might be something over the counter that can help you out. And then don't go back to Tyrone. Tyrone's ass is infected. He has something that he gave you. Leave him alone. If he's itching, he didn't give it to you. Leave him alone. You need to just move on, adjust your crown, and find somebody else that's not giving you that odor, that's not giving you that itch, that's not making you feel uncomfortable down there. And
Absolutely.
It's going to have your own yoni together to where you popping on your own, honey. I know it feels like most of our men are incarcerated. I know it feels like you and 5 of your homegirls is at the club and it's only 2 dudes at the bar. It's okay. And there's hundreds of women around. But ladies, I urge you, please find some self-respect for yourselves. Please, at any cost, whatever. I know it's easier said than done because it's getting cold and it's snuggle season. And I know y'all want to just have anybody around. And you're just like, well, my itch wasn't bad the last time I went to the clinic. And I got rid of it last time. And it felt good with Tyrone. And he did make me feel good on the inside. But I really urge you, just come on, adjust these crowns and just know that you're so much more, ladies. I'm not here to male bash at all because I don't want to get rid of nobody's women. If they on your lineup, more power to you dudes. Because, hey, if they coming back to you and you gave them all this, hey, you the real MVP, okay? Sure, that's all I'm saying on that too. Okay, so now I want to come with the whole situation with ladies coming abducted now. Where they're coming up missing. I wanted to touch back up on that. So here, recently on social media, on Facebook, it's a video going around about a young lady who got into a Lyft. And the Lyft driver was supposed to be taking her to work. But somehow her job was in the phone. I mean, you know how they have your, destination set.
Yeah.
And the driver was going past her job. So she was telling the driver, hey, excuse me, sir, you're going past my job. You're not going the way that I usually go to work. You know, what's going on? And he's telling her, be quiet, be quiet. And so at this point, she's getting nervous. And he's taking all type of back streets, turns, going all out of the way of her job. So she immediately, got scared. She's like, okay, what's going on? And so all of a sudden, he's pulling up to what looks like a warehouse and is trying to go in. She, thank God, got an inkling of a feeling to jump out the car and ran for her life.
Wow.
And come to find out, it's something going on now where men are in, I don't know, what's described as white vans, pulling up next to ladies and are jumping out, injecting them with some type of serum, having them to be drugged up, dragging them off, and putting them into some type of, I don't know what it is, sex rings or something very serious. This is just... I don't have the facts on this. I don't know how true this is, but this is what's going on social media right now. So ladies, if you are at night going to your college classes, if you find yourself in the markets, if you're seeing any type of strange activity with any vans or any cars around you, please pay attention to your surroundings and look around, please, because this is really serious.
That's scary.
Imagine the Lyft driver.
Yeah, I was just in a Lyft a week ago.
Girl, I would be so terrified.
You know what? After hearing this, ladies, I feel like if you don't have to take a Lyft or an Uber right now, probably just don't do it. Or also, too, you know what, too? Be careful leaving the club or a party being drunk and getting in a Lyft by yourself.
I was just about to say.
How about, have Lyft partners, be with somebody.
That.
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Don't
cool.
take a Lyft alone. If you absolutely have to, I would recommend probably get in a Lyft and FaceTime somebody. You know, that way at least someone is there in case anything happens, someone is with you.
And back to being assertive. Don't be afraid to tell the Lyft driver that you don't want the childproof locks on. Always check the doors when you're getting inside the Lyft. I would be terrified to get inside a Lyft and the childproof locks are on and I can't get out in and out.
Yes.
Some Lyfts I've heard in the past have the childproof lock on. And it's like, that's not okay. If I can't easily get out and jump out, I'm not okay with this ride. Like, that's not
Ladies,
okay.
we might need to rethink taking the metro.
Girl, bye.
Get back. Don't be ashamed. Get back on that bus.
But then we would need a partner on the bus too. What if it's somebody walking
That's
around in the
true,
metro
too.
following you too? It's like,
true.
you
But
you
you
have
got
to watch
witnesses.
as well as pray though. I mean, anywhere you go, it's going to be a level of danger. We're just telling you this not to put fear into anyone. I don't believe in enacting fear at any time, ladies. But empower yourselves. Be aware, like I said, again, of your surroundings at all times. Because if this is something that's true, I don't know how factual it is, but if this is really going on, then we really have to take heed and make sure that we are safe at all times wherever we go, whether it's the Lyft, the club. Just make sure you have an exit strategy at all times, ladies.
Absolutely.
Please.
And be aware. Be more aware of your surroundings.
Yes, always, at every point in time in your life. Okay. Now, I wanted to touch back on the change in dynamic with dating. I wanted to touch back on that with just basically knowing how to cook. Okay, so because I don't know how to cook, and because a man would know how to cook, do you think that's going to lose me points with getting a husband, though? Like, just to, maybe it might be a woman out there just to give her some hope out there, because I don't know how to cook. So do you think that takes away from the dynamic of getting a woman a husband or a boyfriend? Or do you think that should be a requirement of a woman to know how to do all these domestic type things, though?
I mean, I'm not a man because
I respect that respectfully.
You said okay, like, okay, so you're not a man?
I'm
not a man.
Girl, I'm leveling with you. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying
But I'm just letting you know, I can't, because every man has their different, they have their different opinions on what they expect from a woman. Right. So it's kind of hard to just outright blatantly say that because you can't cook, you can't find a husband. Because you might find you a chef. You don't know. Then that man is going to cook every night. You don't have to cook, but you have other attributes and characteristics that outweigh you not being able to cook. So, so that's just...
But it might be a man out there looking for a woman who is like his mama, like just traditionally. I'm just trying to give women uplift. Is just like, should we encourage them to go learn to get a cookbook? I don't know. I feel like I'm just losing out on life out here. I don't know.
If you want to learn how to cook so bad, now here's the thing too, women. If you want to learn how to cook so bad, have you some lady nights where we can all collaborate and
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Oh, all right. I mean, I can't throw down. Don't get me wrong. I'm all right. I'm still learning. Mm-hmm. But, we can all collaborate and get together. And that's another thing of uplifting one another, encouraging one another, get together so that we can become great, So that's something we can do.
Okay, so you're going to earn me some points to get me a man in. See, you winning, sister. See, I'm with this sisterhood. You know it. Okay, so I would like to introduce for this week, a Broke Girls DIY. Now, you're probably like, Broke Girls DIY. So, look, let me break that down for you in layman's terms. Okay, so on YouTube, they always have these do-it-yourself type of situations. Okay, well, I am a teacher. Lo and behold, and I don't have that much money. So sometimes when I'm out here trying to move around in the streets or go to the club, I'm trying to figure out new ways to stay cute. I necessarily might not have that $40 to go get me a full set. Sometimes I can't go get my toes done, and I have to just, stay looking cute out here.
That you do.
I don't want to have my nails looking
Especially
horrible.
in LA.
So I'm going to introduce a nice little tool for you young ladies out here who may be in college, who might not want to lay on your back for $40 from your sugar daddy and have to have, one of the reverends do something strange to. I know you see the video with the reverend and the tongue action and all that.
Leave
maybe
him alone.
He might be handing these girls $40. Maybe you don't want to see the reverend this week.
Don't drag the reverend.
I'm not dragging the reverend because he has some amazing mouth action, honey. Okay, so maybe you don't want to see the reverend that week. Here is a tool for you in my Broke Girls DIY for this week that you could use. It's called Mirror Mirror Nail Polish. And you can find it at most major beauty supplies. Here's the Mirror Nail Polish. This one is gold, right? And so it's only $3.99. And if I can afford it, you can afford it too, girls. You better know because I'm on a budget for real. And all you do is you just apply barely one coat. Look at this.
Oh, that's a pretty color.
Thank you. And it really stands out. It's very bold. And it doesn't have to be all neat because, trust me, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to painting my nails. But look, all you have to do is one coat, ladies. Look at this. And boom. It looks like almost like a full set on your nails. It's a bomb gloss on there. And all I did was just one coat and you get an amazing look within seconds. Look at that. I'm going to let it dry. And look at that. Boom. On there. So go get you some mirror, girl. I'm telling you, it's the truth. All you need is just a few coats and you ready to go to the club. You can go see your man, Netflix and chill.
I like that.
You good to go. Yes. See, we got to empower our young ladies.
Absolutely.
If we have tools that we have, just show the next girl, I got this at the beauty supply. I know how to use this, and it'll help somebody. You never know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to sit this right here. Mirror, mirror. At most major beauty supplies, ladies. Okay, is there anything else you want to add for this week? Just as far as uplifting our young ladies for the future.
You know, you can always just uplift ladies anytime, anywhere, any place, over the phone, outside, anywhere you go. Just always constantly being positive and speaking greatness, being positive to one another. Also, social media, you know, just get out there and just speak positive words to one another or just to anybody. Because, again, you don't know how far it can go. You know, somebody might be having a bad day and they just see a post that you wrote. And that could just turn their world up all the way up. So, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, follow us on Instagram at The Opinion Room. Hashtag The Opinion Room. Follow us on Facebook. And we will see you in 2 weeks, my loves.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us in The Opinion Room. We would like to thank
our association
with Women in Prominence.
Also, Morris Media thank you for giving us this opportunity.
And we would like for you to please start giving us some more insights on opinions for our topics. Please go in and leave us some DMs. We would love to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Please, I don't care if it's an issue you have with your boyfriend. I don't care if you're having a problem at work and you think that we should bring it up on the show. Please reach out to us because we would love to talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Give them the phone number so they can call in too, because we would love to have you call in and bring us some issues that you might be having throughout your day or throughout your week. Yes. And we can give you our opinions and hopefully help you with that.
Yes, you can call us at 323-293-3375. So feel free to call in if you have any words of encouragement, if you have any advice that you can let us know on how we can encourage women and give them more things to how to go about their day. Just anything positive is what we're all here for.
And I do want to add something too. Ladies, let's start with our women. What is it? Women what? The WWW?
Oh, yes. WCWW.
Okay, so with our challenge, ladies, start shouting out ladies who do hair. Start shouting out ladies who have their own clothing stores. Start giving shout outs on anyone that you know that is a young lady who's in the business. I don't know. I don't care if she's in real estate. I don't care if she's selling food. Please always uplift another woman when it comes to social media. Not just, hey, girl, I like your picture, but always give a shout out to their business. That goes a long way in helping a Black business too.
Absolutely. Just support. Simply support. If you just, even if you just hashtag a woman's business online, that goes a long way. If you mention where they work or something like that, just something like that, it can really do wonders.
Something that small, ladies, please. We got to start adjusting these crowns because if we don't, they're going to fall right off. All right. We have a caller.
All right. We have a callers coming in, you guys.
All right. Welcome to the Opinion Room. What's your name?
Oh, hello. I guess we lost you. If you need to, please call us back. We want to hear from you.
All right. Okay. Hopefully that young lady or that young man calls back.
Gives us a call back.
Okay. So don't forget on Wednesday, we want to see y'all with these challenges though. Please.
Yes. Again, it's hashtag WCWW.
And what is the acronyms for?
Women Complimenting Women Wednesday.
So don't forget to get that compliment, young ladies, because we always want to know that we are uplifting each other. Even if a man doesn't tell you look good, your homegirl's going to let you know that you look good, no matter what.
Absolutely.
So you ain't out here looking crazy and fishing and being thirsty for no compliments.
Yeah, and keep it real, ladies. Keep it real with one another. If you see your girlfriend's hair looking crazy, let her know. Don't let her just walk out with everything all over the place. Or if she got something on her face, let her know.
I like that. Thank you. Because a lot of girls don't even do that either.
Oh, okay. I think we got a caller.
Hello?
Hey.
Hi. Welcome to the Opinion Room. What's your name?
My name is Sally, and I'm just so happy that you guys are doing this.
Oh.
especially when you were talking about going to church and dressing like a hood rat, going to a club, and that's just inappropriate.
Oh, thank you, Sally.
Yes, because, you have your man there, and he's trying to be holy and get sanctified, which you've been having a hard time doing that. And then you got these hoochies walking in like they just left the Savoy. I don't think that's cool at all. And I'm so glad you're telling these young ladies that because they don't know no better.
That's right. Thank you so much, Sally. No, I feel like, it takes a village ultimately to raise this next generation. Somebody has to stand up at some point in time and really reach out to these young girls and let them know, because sometimes they don't know. They're being raised by Facebook, they're being raised by Instagram, and they only know what they see.
Yeah.
So because of those, examples of what they see in the media, they think it's okay to dress like that. So I really appreciate that.
They do, because I have a statistic, too. They're saying that it's like 15 years, and 15 years from grandmother to mother to the child. So you got babies raising babies.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have any examples, because if grandma's wearing that short dress up around her yang, and mama doing that too, what do you think the girl's going to do?
Absolutely.
That's her example.
That's true.
So we need to stand and be proud. So you guys keep doing that with these young ladies. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
sister. I really appreciate that. Sometimes they partying on the same dude at the club at the Savoy with each other. It's grandma tag teaming mama in with the daughter on the same guy. We don't know what's going on. There's probably generations of that going on.
That's
But
true.
not the twice.
Oh, Lord, that's a horrifying picture, Miss Sally, Lord. But, it is a lot of that going on. So we just have to make sure that these young ladies have an example to live by. And in order to just make sure that they don't teach their daughters the same issues.
That's true.
All right.
But I'm gonna like you on social media. And I'm gonna
Oh, please
Thank
follow
you
us.
so much. Woo, we
Everybody
appreciate
here.
that.
Okay, follow us on The Opinion Room. # The Opinion Room. Look us up on Instagram, and we're also on Facebook.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
well, you
you
have
for
a blessed
calling.
weekend. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you, Sally. Oh, that was
Wow.
nice. See,
I know,
I
that
felt
was
good. And, I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I don't know if we should really talk about this women empowerment, but I feel really good, Paige. I feel
Yeah.
like we made a difference. And that's what we try to
Absolutely.
come to with The Opinion Room. It's not just us sitting around talking, but we're just trying to uplift one another and make a difference week by week, you guys. Please. Make it a conscious effort to get out here and make these differences. I don't care what you feel about our show, but just if you took anything from it, take the most important parts, and we hope that it helped you to adjust your crown. So I'm
Absolutely.
Nicole,
And I'm Paige.
and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Take care.
Peace.
Riding around and I'm getting. Bet that you heard it before. Time that we switch the shit up. Been waiting too long in the cut. I ain't even had to brag. Heaven they made me for that. Don't be trying to steal the swag. I done ran a million laps. Music always been a love. Now it's time to get the cash. Mama said don't go too fast. I got the 150 on the dashboard. And I know just what I'm doing. Hey, let me adjust my crown.